I think I'm live everywhere, but my YouTube is not going live. Anyway, I'll just delete that one and we will work with this one that's been created. Okay, Twitter is live as well. Okay, let's start this on a... Okay, 3 people on YouTube already. Sorry for that scheduled tweet or that scheduled YouTube. Let me remove that. Okay, I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to another live stream. Let me see what's up. Hi. Only Crypto. I'm watching on YouTube. Good stuff. Okay, let's get this started. I'll start with macro as always, and while people roll in here, and I'll go through them quickly. Commodities are still fine. This is a good measure of inflation and literally looks like it wants to roll over. So less inflation. Bitcoin dominance. Right, markets don't top on V tops or V bottoms. This is a V top. So you're gonna have to have this rally to test these highs over here. So hopefully we get a rejection there. This is good for alt season, obviously. We need this to roll down, right, for altcoins to do well. Yeah, so we hit the macro 60% level, and on the shorter term, we are also waiting for the macro 61.8 to be hit, and it's getting hit right now. I wonder if I can pause. It's fine, actually. Yeah, so we're expecting a dump here. What we could see, I mean, if BTC continues to sell off here, you would expect the altcoin dominance to continue higher because generally the altcoins outperform BTC to the downside, right? And this will push the Bitcoin dominance even further. I don't think this is the top here just yet. We might just see the M here, but we need a little bit of patience here. BTC. Now, quite a violent sell-off recently. This would be the third candle here. If this daily is going to be bearish, that's a 3-candle pattern, which could signal the start of a longer consolidation or downtrend. Either way, this should still be very, very healthy for us to move sideways here, right? This is what you should be hoping for most of the remaining of the cycle is slow moving trend higher, and celebrate every time we have sideways movements. We need the cycle to go all the way into October of 2025. If you're in the camp of a peak in 2025 in March, early March, then you're not going to have the gains that you're hoping for. It's going to be very, very lackluster. So we're looking for that normal 4-year cycle, nothing extended, nothing super cycle, just the normal cycle. The timings has been discussed so much that people think a normal cycle is a super cycle. Yeah, especially the Bitcoin dominance and the BTC pairings versus like FTM versus BTC and ADA versus BTC and ETH versus BTC. These things aren't close to being like ready at all. I'll just zoom out here on the weekly. Oh, this fractal that we have here is the previous bottoming cycle, which is just this bottoming pattern that ETH BTC created previously. Now, this is a good base that was built here for the extension, and a base like this takes time, right? So all I did was I copied it from the bottom, which was here in September of 2019. Let's actually check where BTC was in September 2019. I mean, somewhere here. So if we put that in perspective, if we're only here in the cycle, I mean, it's got a lot more time to go, way more than a year. So I understand the fact that ETH could be underperforming and would never take off again, but that would not be good for the altcoins at all. So if that was the bottom and we would just place this here, just to look at the time of how much time is needed. And even if we start losing this low that we've created recently, oh man, that would really suck. Either way, there's just so much more time needed for this to base out here, right? It needs to create these higher lows, it needs to create a W. I mean, if we just go off what we did in the previous cycle, that takes you all the way to July 26 for taking off. I'm just putting it here to give you a kind of a perspective of what has to happen, right? ETH BTC, if it just V-bottoms here without creating some market structure here, it's going to come back in the next cycle to retest these lows. So there's no way of escaping the fact that you need this to move sideways here for a while. So talked a bit about BTC. Coinbase, let's just go into the daily. I mean, let's just look at that quickly. I mean, all of these look like they really need a little bit of time to move sideways. Dogecoin, this is also broken down on the daily. I really think it comes back to the 61.8. Like everything looks like this. We've had our recent weekly rally, and they're all topped out. Many of them have to come back to retest the breakout level, and we'll look at what that looks like for our eco when we get there. This is the dollar, right? And this is showing quite some strength here, right? I mean, this is bullish market structure that's now breaking out here. There's nothing bearish on the, so there is a little bit of a bearish divergence forming on the weekly here, but risk assets don't do well in a dollar that is rallying strong, right? So for crypto, we want obviously this to roll down. And this is where I thought we might bottom out in the next cycle. So dollar is looking strong here. The ES, this is the stock market, right? Also breaking out. It's already on its third day. This needs a little bit of time to at least move sideways. Ethereum. I mean, this recent, I don't know if I mentioned this, the recent downtrend, this has reset the indicators nicely. I mean, on the RSI is like the lowest. It's even lower than it was back here. Now, that's hidden bullish divergence that's formed on the chart. Oh, that's bearish divergence here. This price action went higher. The indicators are still lower. I mean, there's nothing wrong here really with the ETH chart. It looks strong. It just needs to hold up here. We really, we're looking at all these charts pretty much just to say that sideways or downwards movement for the next few weeks wouldn't be out of the ordinary and would actually be quite healthy. The euro is obviously breaking down against the US dollar. There is some bullish divergence here forming on the weekly. And remember, this is like, we want the dollar to be weak. It's just a little bit of a tailwinds for our risk assets. Gold, I mean, gold looks absolutely toppy here, right? If it breaks below 2,536, I mean, look down below, right? You might come all the way down to, I don't know if it comes all the way down there. Gold doesn't move like crypto, as quickly as crypto. Once again, link here as well. Topping out. I mean, it's retesting the weekly breakout level now. But it doesn't look like it's going to hold here, which might bring it all the way back to 13. Tech also a little bit toppy here. The Nasdaq. Yeah, look at these levels. We need to see how it reacts there. Nvidia rolling over, hey. The RSI is reset nicely. Pretty much this dip that we've gotten is very necessary. Total market cap, others dominance. What can we see at the others dominance really? So this was the previous cycle that we're looking at here. We're like literally at this W. So right there, somewhere here. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, just roll over, find support, and then we can go again. Let me just do a measured move here to see how high we went, actually. I think the 1.618. Yeah, 1.618. A little bit higher, actually. Okay, so it wouldn't be too much to ask if we were to go to the 1.618. I don't even know if we're gonna make a new high. Yeah, so definitely a little bit more upside here. Let's look at the monthly. Yeah, definitely more room to move here on the monthly on the other dominance. The Russell, I mean, we still need to break that pink line. Sol ETH looked pretty weak recently. I think this is played out now. It was a good idea to short ETH up there, but looks like Solana is again about to outperform. I mean, the RSI is reset beautifully here on the recent downtrends. Okay, let's go to PulseChain. Let's see what the chat is all about. Yeah, Dewey, it's been a while. What's my thought on Dogecoin? Dogecoin is too high. I've already sold 2 doubles on my Dogecoin position, and I'm looking to rebuy on this pullback. Anyone much about Cognita and is it with buying? Wait for the reload zone. I'll look at it. Win Pokemon. Check out 10x. That shit fire. I'm just reading through the chat. Dewey wrote a few stuff. If the dollar does rally, how long does it usually take to cool off in these conditions? I don't know. You'll have to look at the chart. PulseChain coin Snape. Okay, we're here on the daily for PLS. Let's start zoomed out. Let's start on the monthly. So our overall low for this chart is 27.66. I mean, this is the market structure that you're looking at for this coin. It is ugly, I know, because we swept at the lows here. But generally, the coin hasn't existed, so the price action is low. It launches, right, goes to the launch price and makes a higher low over here. So that is your market structure, your monthly market structure. And the break of the trend on the monthly would be that level, that 0.00028883. We can do a fib extension from there. That will give us our targets for the bull market. Some traders will look to take 10% off at each of these levels. Let's quickly take a look at the RSI. I mean, that's fine. We're still just moving higher here. Let's put on the line chart. No divergences, nothing really to be concerned about there. What's the weekly telling us? So the weekly luckily had no bearish divergence, as this peak is still higher than this one. So, I mean, this is a healthy uptrend. There's nothing really concerning here at all. It will even be very, very strong if we retest that previous breakout level. That is called a sign of strength. If you retest the previous breakout level and it holds. Obviously, I would be a little bit concerned if we start trading below this level. That won't be cool. Let's go to the 3-day. The 3-day is fine. There's no bearish divergences that formed there. The RSI is coming down nicely. It's also, once again, it's just a good, healthy consolidation or correction. That is your bearish market structure, or an M that has now confirmed, broken down. So traders are in this trade. They're taking this trade all the way to 5,885, somewhere there. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, but the RSI is coming down nicely. The last time the RSI was at 45.61. I mean, it was somewhere here, this price action back here. So, as you can see, a lot of momentum has already been reset on this recent pullback. It's not to say that it is 100% going to that level. Generally, in bull markets, in strong uptrends, your downwards targets don't always get hit. But the overall scheme of things on Pulse here, on PLS itself, it's still well within value, right? We're still well inside the overall reload zone. There are a few coins that still look like this. And we can compare FDM with that. So our weekly break, this area up here, this is our weekly breakout at 2x SAC rate, is this area that FDM has now broken out of. And now it's fallen back in. Oh yeah, we wanted to do a value check. See, a value for this token, it's almost left value, right? So value for this token, and that's the exact same study which we just did for PLS, right? So a little bit cheaper, right? FDM is just did that. Huh. But it's now falling back again. So it's the charts are actually much different if you look at it like this, because FDM's reload zone is very close to its breakout level. These are all irrelevant things. I'm just talking to myself a little bit. Yeah, so let's get these indicators to go down as much as possible without losing previous breakout levels, right? That'll be healthy. And looking at this now like this, it does look like it wants to retest those levels. But pretty much what I'm trying to get across is that this is a healthy correction. It's nothing really to panic about at all. Okay, so I mean, we've looked at every single time frame for PLS. I'll try and go as quickly as possible. We've got a lot of stuff to check. Okay, let's go to the monthly again. Now, this is a much clearer chart to interpret. This was our low, our open. So, I mean, you get your high, you get a higher low, a lower high, a higher low. So this is much better market structure, and I'll take that off again. So the coin doesn't exist. It gets created. It does its initial high, comes back, creates a higher low, a lower high, and then another higher low. Okay, so we're waiting obviously for the breakout of this first higher high, and then our all Jet's blast off level is that 40% above the sack rate, and then there's another breakout level here which is just above sack rate. So that's your macro market structure for PLSX, much more cleaner, much more healthier, and you can just clearly see this massive monthly W, right? Now, obviously, we need to start clearing these levels, and even when we start clearing these levels here, we're actually finding support on this monthly close here. This is actually a good learning and experience. When you see confluence or multiple touches on the monthly scale, like we have here, those are very, very powerful levels, and you can work with those levels on the shorter time frames as well. So yeah, I mean, we've got healthy support here. If PLSX wants to be really bullish, it can just move sideways in this range, build up that spring to start taking out these higher levels here. And yeah, very, very healthy. It's even very, very bullish still if we retest this previous breakout level. Let's look at the RSI. So here on the weekly, we did make a higher high. So that is weekly bearish divergence. I don't really know how to interpret that. I'm going to ignore it for now. 3-day coming down nicely. The RSI on the daily also coming down. That looks like it's forming bullish divergence now. Anyway, the longer we can move sideways or trend downwards, the better. It would be great if we can get this RSI below these levels back here. There would have been a lot of space created. Okay, let's look at a PLSX versus its ratio. And we can't really even look at this, right? PLSX has been outperforming the PLS ratio by quite a lot. And this is just what I can do. So I can't even look at this unless it's in my box down here, right? So I have to let it go. There's no opportunity for me here. Now, the opportunity was down here, and I was very vocal about it back then. But that's that. So we go to HEX, and we'll do that monthly analysis again. Once again, just like Pulse, this is a more difficult one to draw. But price action opened at that's 0.003. So the draw would look like this. Coin is not in existence, gets created, rallies to its first high, comes all the way down to create a higher low, and there you go, right? So your macro breakout level is this 4 cents area. Right, you can see the large W here. I know it's probably difficult for others to see. I mean, we've cleared weekly or monthly candles, candle closes, which is bullish because if you put it on the line chart, we're in a clear breakout. I'll just leave everything. Okay, let's pull up the RSI. It's at 60, so it's not low anymore. Let's go to the weekly. Very high on the RSI. Quite high. It'll be healthy to retest that level and to hold. The weekly W isn't pretty. It's large, and generally I would like a W to come down a little bit lower. But either way, I think that is a valid. Let's see if it came to the 61.8. It actually just came to the 61.8. So, I mean, it is a valid W. You know, the best thing you can probably see here is just for HEX to just chill here for a while before going higher. Versus its PLS ratio, you can't look at it, right? Still a little bit high. Massive divergences that was here for quite a while. I think it's even on the weekly. It's on the 3-day. It's on the weekly. So the RSI is getting reset nicely with this move, although it really hasn't even broken down just yet. That will be a breakdown level. But anyway, value for HEX versus PLS is down here, and I can't really look at it here at all. So it's definitely not a deal versus PLS. Now E-HEX, and we'll start again on the monthly, and we'll check the RSI. The RSI is at 45, which is much less. You can see the clear monthly W. And obviously, we can't draw that monthly W for you guys. I mean, this is your monthly W here. Right, there you go. There's your monthly W. So that's the market structure for E-HEX. Don't be surprised if you come back to retest this breakout level. It would need to hold. That will be a sign of strength. The RSI is quite high on the weekly. There's divergences from here to here. Yeah, it needs time to consolidate. And it's definitely not in value. Versus Pulse. It is cheap versus Pulse down here. Which is not currently in value of. Right, it needs to come down. There's nothing to do here. It's in no man's land. That's bearish divergence on the daily. So let's quickly look at E-HEX versus the other HEX. It's in the middle of nowhere. I would get a little bit of E-HEX down here for P-HEX. What's the incentive token doing? Let's look at it on the macro view first. I mean, this RSI is beaten down. It's pretty clear. I mean, there's your monthly W. The trend changes once we break above $10 for ink. Let's see on the short term. So this is already below its previous breakout level. Yeah, so down here, before going higher, versus PLS. It's not in value versus PLS. It's in value versus PLS down here. So that's where I will swap some PLS for ink. When it's up here, I'm still selling these rewards for my farm to compound it. Akosa taking some damage. I think I'll go through. Merry Christmas, Hans. Enjoy my Vietnamese dong. Thank you. Um, 10x that shit. It's up 32% today. 47k market cap. This is the reload zone here. It's not really giving you a chance just yet. 10x that shit. Bounced off the 61.8. It's given you a few chances already. I would have taken that there as well. If it closes candles above 7 PLS per 10x, then that would be a breakout level. It does look like it maybe needs another rollover, one more chance, and then off you go. Let me scroll through and I'll do all the Poke coins I have. I'll do all the Tangang coins I have, and Snape. A little bit low. Almost no liquidity. Not interested, eh? Hans, when we reach October 2025. Got the flu, Hans? No. Is it in line for free hot dogs? How's E-HEX looking? I hope I answered your question. Algo on PulseChain looks wild too. It is bonded to Hex. Algo. So it's probably gonna look like the... I know what this is. Late, right? This has stopped up here. Let's look at it versus X. Bearish divergence here on the weekly. Ouch. Can't touch it up here, right? Because you risk round tripping it all the way down here. You can see the clear bearish divergence here. Oh, it looks like it's invalidated. Either way. Can't chase it up there. Can you look at Popcat? Which Popcat is this? Because there's Popcat on PulseChain and Popcat on... I mean, there's a lot, right? Popcat on PLS. 40k market cap inside the reload zone. Let me quickly check to see if there's any comments on Twitter. You know, all the bots on Twitter, they never chat back. Popcat is in the reload zone. Let's look at the RSI. Well, the RSI is quite high for some reason still. It probably needs a little bit of time, or when you see MOG rallying hard, these copies will do well. I can look at Popcat for you on Solana. I looked at it yesterday. It's probably time to start buying these Morad meme coins slowly but surely. I mean, Popcat is one of the top meme memes of the cycle. And it's while everybody has forgotten about meme coins now, I'm probably guarantee that this is gonna run again at the end of the season. A Bobcat is right in value here. I drew this a while back. I remember I was replying to Fred on Twitter. The RSI, this is the lowest the RSI has been on this chart yet, right? So now when nobody is interested in these things, this is where you should be interested in them. And I probably guarantee you that no one is buying this. Yeah, so there are a few of them. I should be getting some actually. Was bro a scam? 550 is an interesting coin on PulseChain. Was bro a scam? I mean, they launched it. I think it was a fair launch because I sniped this hard. I think it was publicity for their exchange, right? Did they pay? What's his name? Maybe they gave him tokens to launch, or I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's a scam. I made a lot of money on this because I sniped it. I got lucky and actually got it sniped through. And I got the contract address live on YouTube. Like I didn't have any advantage or anything. I was just watching it live and pasted it in my sniper bot and got a transaction through, which is freaking lucky, the fact that it happened. So I don't think it's a scam. I don't think it's a good investment here, though. It's really struggling to find a bottom at least, and it looks like it's gonna find another bottom. It's not the best thing to give a meme coin inflation, right? But it was more of a way of getting people to farm on their platform. I mean, they've tried. At least they're trying stuff, right? They're trying to figure out what works. So I wouldn't say it's a scam. I made a lot of money on it. The thing is, if you're gonna be, you most likely bought this right at the top, like most retailers do, right? Chased this at the high. If you're not sitting there doing the work before the time, watching the live stream, you shouldn't be touching these influencer tokens, right? You're gonna get burned, absolutely wrecked. Rather wait for them to do 99% before you get interested. But there's nothing on this chart here that's telling me it's about to turn around. The 555 token. Now, if this is at all-time highs, you're... I don't know, bro. The Enigma. So this is like the Richard Hart meta. This is based off his coin. I mean, there's like no liquidity here. I shouldn't even really look at it. Ski Mask Dog is the whiff of base. Ski Mask Dog. Dude, paste me a contract address. Like, I'm not gonna look for text. Could we look at pairing bro to a dump token BBC and having free bro to people who stake BT? That's pretty scammy. That coin would have killed it if PS without. No. There's so much wrong with that question. Let's see if it's, I mean, there's 34k of PLS for you to sell into, right? It's not a rug. A rug is when the LP gets removed. It's bonded here. Okay, so I see what you are saying. It is bonded to BBC. Pairing to a dump anything and having free bro to people who stake BBC was pretty scammy. So it's not scammy, it's just a way for them to do a liquidity farm, right? So the goal of putting it there is for you to bring your liquidity to their exchange, right? And giving inflation to a meme coin isn't the best idea. Bro was exit liquidity for 9-inch and BBC whales. How is it exit liquidity? Unless they got coins before the time, which I don't think you would have to do the chain analysis. I saw looking for an entry on 3. Main LP is with E-HEX and then WPLS. Yeah, I'm not gonna defend the 9-inch guys, right? I made money on it. I made a lot of money on it. But I was early, right? And I took my profits. I should have sold more, actually. Dude, I can't. Please, guys, paste your contract addresses. I can't find the coins that you're looking like. You're pasting the text here. I can't find it. Popcat PulseChain. I don't know what that is. Only crypto. Oh, could we look at WBTC? Okay, here are the Atropa questions come. Luckily, I didn't stream at the highs. We can start at the weekly, right? This is the highest the weekly has ever been on Atropa. Like, hopefully you're not buying the highest RSI print ever, right? Let's look at it versus PLS. I mean, you can see the clear reload zones, right? I don't know how low it goes. Frankly, I don't want to do such calls. You just get hate. But you need to. I need to wait for these levels to get hit before I can be interested at all. That's Atropa. I mean, I can't find a DAI PLS pair, so I just do the USDC PLS pair because they trade literally 1-to-1. Once again, this is the highest the RSI has ever been. If I catch you buying the highest RSI print on a token on that candle, don't let me find you. The 3-day. The 3-day had bearish divergence. Price action is higher, indicator is lower. Right? Versus USD, we can clearly see where the reload zone is. I can't be interested in this unless it is trading in this area. I can buy each level blindly, or I can wait for a W to confirm in the reload zone. Breakout levels like to get retested. We can do that same study. This was the breakout level previously. And you can see that the market almost came back to retest it, right? So a little bit in front of it. A little bit in front of it. Okay. Then we can retest the previous breakout. And once again, look what happened here. Just stopped right before the previous breakout level, right? I mean, if you want to be fair, right, like that is the W here that confirmed here. But we'll be a little bit more liberal. Is that the right word? We will make the breakout zone there. So if we use that same logic, the price action should stop somewhere close to it, right? A little bit above it. If we just go off previous trends, now it could be the bull market, and you generally don't see larger pullbacks into the 61.8 or the reload zone in the peak bull market euphoria type of you do not get these violent pullbacks. Could it be that this is it now? Yes, of course it can be. But to keep myself safe, I just always keep the reload zone at where it is. And if I don't get it, it's fine. I already have 3 positions in this token. My first purchase of this was I missed out on the initial run up, but got in here and then reloaded obviously all the way through these levels because it went into my reload zone. So just the same thing again for me. That's versus USD versus PLS. I mean, I can do that exact same study for you guys again. So this is clearly the breakout level. As you can see, the market never really came back to it. Then we have, was that the low there? It's much easier to look at it on the weekly. So that's your breakout level here. Market never came back to retest it really. And then we have our breakout level here again. And I would not expect it to get hit again. So somewhere above it. And once again, that is somewhere inside the reload zone. This is the highest the RSI has ever been versus PLS. That is the weekly. Let's look at it on the 3-day. That's bearish divergence on the 3-day. It needs time, right? Now, I don't know how deep it goes. I just know where my levels are, and I can get them there. This will be very, very healthy if it does do a correction like this. Reset all of these indicators. New accumulation zone, etc., right? So we've looked at Atropa, we've looked at USDC. Should we look at Atropa versus its PLS pairing? Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same, right? I already drew that out for you guys. Atropa, die. We looked at G-Baby. Right. Shame on you for shelling it up here, right? Like, why aren't we hearing about these things down here? Anyway, value for this is down here. It's going to happen pretty quickly and pretty soon, I guess. And then for PLS as well, my reload zones are already up there. You can't chase it here. Pretty sure the indicators are going to show exhaustion. Oh my goodness, look where this RSI is. Still won't chase it here. Hopefully you can get a pullback to this area down here. BTGC. All-time highs. I don't buy anything at all-time highs. Can't even look at it. BFF. Almost back to value. BFF already touched the value once. If you had a limit order there, you would have been filled. But don't be surprised if this does give you your fill. Doge. Doge is coming back all the way back here. Maybe get some then. WBTC. There's some people that need to get wrecked here. Either way, value for this, it's almost inside value. So, I mean, I can't fault the granny if she wanted to blindly buy some at 1,000. But be careful here. There's a lot of open space here. Right? I mean, these 2 levels need to get retested. Each, either one of them are going to get retested. It might happen very, very quickly. Yeah, I mean, you're losing very, very important structure here. It's going to roll over very, very quickly here. Versus PLS. I mean, the highest RSI print ever on the weekly. Shame on you if you bought that, really, honestly. But the FOMO was wicked. That's why I just stayed silent and said nothing. I mean, really, you can't even look at it here. I would buy some here, but you risk this going all the way down here because there's no real support here. I'll plot that level there for you. That's your support levels that you do have on this chart, but there's nothing really here. And once again, I don't know if you're gonna get these levels. This is just me looking at the chart. Like just as quickly as it moved through here, it's gonna move back down there. Just have your levels ready and buy them blindly. We don't know how low this goes. Or you can just wait for a W to form. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. This is just what I am doing. Teddy bear. Now, I put all my Atropa coins into teddy bear because the teddy bear ratio, although the USD ratio is overextended, right, all the way at all-time highs, really value for this. It's not me saying this is going here. This is just where value is at, right there in the reload zone. When I say that is where value is at, that what I mean is it is cheap in that box. And the same with PLS. Let's look at the indicators or the PLS ratio, right? You can see the clear bearish divergence on the weekly there. Where I got to Teddy being the cheapest one is if you look at Teddy Bear versus its Atropa pairing, you can see that it is in value versus Atropa, right? It's cheap versus Atropa. Then Teddy Bear versus WBTC. We look at the BTC pairing, and we can once again see that Teddy Bear is cheap versus WBTC here. So my theory is that everything overperforms Teddy Bear to the downside, while Teddy Bear slightly underperforms versus its USD pairing and its PLS pairing. TSFI. So I've done pretty much the whole Atropa ecosystem. And TSFI over here. Value for this is down here. Okay, versus PLS. Let's see what else. 7G on PLS. I didn't say a word about this. I didn't sacrifice for this. This is, I mean, do I really want to? Yeah, I really don't even want to really look at it. Press the like button or Hans will find you. Absolutely. Are there any PRC20 you have been looking at or like in general? No. So that PRC20 copy, when you see Atropa coin start to rally, that's when you should start looking at PRC. It's just a meta. The Atropa ecosystem is just a meta. And then people look for the PRC20 copies. I still have Sami's watch list over here. But I'm pretty sure all of them are gonna be topped out. We can maybe look at a few. Maybe it would be a good idea to maybe buy some, right? Because I'm pretty sure all of them are either topped and are coming down, right? You can't even look at comp here. That's coming down. It's the ETH. Apparently this is mintable. So, and it's at very high highs. So can't look at it. A render. Straight up and straight down, right? You see, you need to be early on these and you need to take your profits very, very quickly. I would personally wait for a W. So this is going to need a little bit more time. And you can come back to this list. Like next time the Atropa coins start to rally, think about what Hans told you. You should be looking for beta on these PRC 20 copies. Lido, I mean, won't touch. Smaker, this is going to come back all the way. Bearish divergence on the weekly there. See, Balancer is already given you value once. Don't be surprised if it comes all the way back here. And even this level here. I honestly don't know with these charts. Like how Pepe is breaking down. This is gonna come all the way back. All the way back. I mean, dude. There's nothing to catch you here. Maybe that level holds. Versus PLS. Already almost back in value. I mean, here's some support levels over here. You can even remove the 50% because it's already failed. Yeah, Pepe is going to chill here somewhere for a while. It's going to give you a long chance. Ave. Right, this is stopped. This needs to come back all the way back to the W down here. So, my point stands. They're all overextended. Wi-Fi as well. Wi-Fi is coming down here. Icosa. Oof. Major rejection on Icosa. Hedron. Also massive rejection. Never broke out of my level. Shub. Oh, this is ugly on Shub. Man, this is gonna come down all the way. So I think I've kind of proven my point, right? Ladies? Ladis, milady? Is this the one that they shilled and it pumped? I don't think it is. Popcat on PulseChain. Oh, only crypto that I'm so retarded. Also curious about earn and loan. Mint and 9-inch. Dewey, you're really playing with some of these shittest coins. Loan token. I looked at this yesterday. I think this made a new low actually versus PLS. Yeah, this is a new low on the weekly versus PLS. Sorry, you need to at least see a W. Dude, I'm not interested at all. I mean, it has bullish divergence that's been confirmed actually now on the weekly. I mean, I'd be surprised if you make a 5x on this. But I've been wrong many times. Earn protocol. So it only has a PLSX chart. It's fine. Hans, please drop a link to Somi's watch list. Okay, yeah, let me get it up here for you. So, I mean, he shared this watch list many, many months ago. These are some of the PRC20 token copies. Hopefully, yeah, there you go. Earn protocol. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, man. See, you should have gotten a W and you never got it. It hasn't bottomed yet, dude. I mean, I think this is... So you've got bullish divergence on the weekly, but there's no W. You need to have the market structure first. So it's kind of trying to form something on the daily. It's gonna give you a chance. Like it's not gonna run away from out under you. You're gonna have a chance. My pulse chain bags have held up better than any other chain, so I don't feel bad. Pretty much all the altcoins are taking a heavy hitter. How are you feeling about Turbo? Is this the so this is actually the first meme coin created by an AI. The guy anyway, go look it up on YouTube. It's a heartwarming story. This looks a little bit toppy here. I don't know if this is the token that you want me to take a look at. But I would probably be interested to get some here. Just hold it for the bull. What's your take on ICP? How do you feel about the Pulse Kitten? Yeah, you're really deep into the weeds, I think I still have some of this. That's V bottom. It doesn't look good, dude. I mean, if you've got $1 million market cap, I would expect you to have your deck screener updated by now to at least give me some social links so I can go to at least be able to check the Twitter if you're still active, right? That this doesn't help me at all. I mean, you've got a W there, but I don't know if it looks totally abandoned. I didn't see people talking about it anymore. I don't like that bottom. I mean, I can try and find you guys some value. We've covered pretty much all of the RH core coins. All of them are overvalued versus PLS. None of them are in value. So PLS either has to rally or we're going to have a wicked bear market for a few months, which will bring down all of the prices of these things. They're still around, just not popping off at all. I mean, it looks like it has bottomed here. I mean, but then it shouldn't close below these levels. And I would like for them to be more active. It's mintable as well. Oh man. See, that's why you need your socials, so you can go and ask these people what's up. I'll try and scroll a few things on my watch list. Goal Spandola, I have no idea what this is, but I like the chart for some reason. We looked at 10x. 10x needs a little bit down before being in value. Heart with Hog. So these guys are obviously professionals. I initially missed out on this run up. It got into value. I would wait for the price action's a little bit weird here. But these guys obviously know what they're doing. I would just wait a little bit. Here's their Twitter. They need to sort out their Telegram. This is a private channel. It should be, they should make this a portal. Anyway, they can contact me if they want advice on what to do. You know what? Maybe get some of this in here somewhere. PCF, PulseChain Fun. This is that launch platform. It has a buy and burn. I actually like this here, PulseChain Fun. Each token that gets launched buys and burns this token. Now, PulseChain Fun is the it is the hold.fun and pump.fun clone on PulseChain. This one is pretty cool. It's actually really, really good. And I see it's actually in value here. Oh, this is Bancore. It's one of my tabs that was open. Yeah, all of those PRC top tokens are. Yeah, so maybe I should maybe get some here again of this token. I think it will do really well. And they didn't run. I don't think they ran a sacrifice or anything like that. But it is in value, and every launch buys and burns this token. They're active on Twitter. I see them posting all the time. They're just silently building. I like what this guy has done, what they have done, a PulseChain Fund. So it's definitely a shout out to them. Brett, this is the copy on PulseChain. Hachi, I don't know what's going on here. Free Palestine. Anyway, we'll just move on from that. Doge, this is part of the Atropa ecosystem. This was launched by the Trust Swap guys. This was the first meme coin launched on PulseChain, but it needs a little bit time to come down. Actually, I should just add it to my Atropa bag. Dark Maga. These guys generally didn't really like me at the start, but we're building bridges. It looks like Dark Maga has bottomed here versus PLS. This is a micro cap, 28k market cap. You can see the lowest defended breakout here. And my deck screener is already broken. They're still around. Okay. Here's Alf on base. I was so sad when MSI liquidity got drained. Thankfully, a signal call on Milady in Discord a while back was incredible. Let's look at Milady quickly. Oh, this is the PRC20 copy. 66k liquidity. My word. You know, the thing is, when this is done, be careful out there, please. If you're up a lot, maybe just take your initial investment out. Right, so this is a free position. It's definitely not in value, right? Obviously, I can't even look at this up here. I got in at 1 million. I sold 50% already. Good. Yeah, I'm not telling you guys what to do. You got in at 1 million. So you're up like a 4x. B-Roots is spamming it now. I wouldn't know because B-Roots has me banned. I am. Anyway, I wouldn't tell anyone to buy this year. Okay. So that's my ladies. Let me see what else you guys are requesting. Oh, there's. Oh, you know what's happening? I think YouTube filters the contract addresses, guys. So I do apologize for that. I see that on. Okay, I see the contract addresses here on Restream, but it seems like the YouTube interface filters them. Interesting. So this is Alf. You guys wanted me to take a look at Alf. 1.1 million market cap. Is the Twitter still active? Yeah, 14 hours ago. I mean, it just really doesn't look bad. This is where you should be interested, right? This it's kind of trying to break out of a W. Technically, that's the breakout level there. It's well still within value. So, I mean, I can't fault the granny if she wanted to maybe get some here. It is a pay derivative, right? Matt Fury. So, let me see if there's any other contract addresses that I missed. Mav, Orange Gang. No, I mean, there's nothing ready to go off here. What is this? There's no socials. It's a massive Alpi pool for some reason. 4 issues. Buy tax, sell tax, has a blacklist. Man. Maybe stay away from that one. Check out Dusty, Crypto Mac. So this is a copy of a ETH token, I think. 4-hour, 4.9 market cap token. Is there Twitter still active? 13 hours ago. Let's give them a follow. I mean, it looks like it has bottomed here at least. Hopefully the Alpi is burnt. But that's, you guys have to go do your own. I think actually I have some of this. What's the RSI saying? RSI is broken. There's no indicators really. I mean, I can give you guys the breakout level. So this is the breakout level here. And maybe it reverses from there. My take on ICP. Let's look at the ICP chart quickly. You should be getting some here if you like it. I mean, it doesn't have the best bottoming structure ever. I mean, there's a small little W down there. This could be the last retest you get before this really takes off. I mean, it's cheap, right? No one is talking about it now. Absolutely wrecked. This is where I can't fault the granny if she wanted to get some here. Like, honestly, I might just buy some here. Doge. Oh, we looked at Alf. What's up, Attila? I was wondering why you skipped my token. I don't know. Did I honestly don't skip anyone on purpose? What I did notice is that the contract addresses, let me go back to Diamond and see what I missed. Oh, Doge. Is this Department of Government Efficiency? Please post me a contract address. I mean, if you're going to say Doge, dude, there are Doges everywhere. There's the original Doge. There's 1,000 Doge copies on Pulse, Polygon, Solana. Please make my life easier and just paste in the contract address or write in. I expect it's Department of Government Efficiency because you put a dot. I mean, this can be any which one of thousands of Doge tokens. But I expect it's this one, Department of Government Efficiency, as you put the dots in there. I have some of this and pretty bleak that it's continued downwards. You know, this probably does well. I mean, but it can go as low as that target down here, which is pretty hectic. I did post the address. I did Diamond Hands. Did I think it got filtered by YouTube because I don't see it here. And I've gone through my StreamYard as well. Yeah, it's not there. Yeah, it's department. It's this one. So no bulldoze on the RSI just yet. We're most likely gonna come down here, and I'll have to buy a little bit more because I'm already in a position here in the reload zone somewhere. It's not ready yet, but apparently I don't think it's gonna do well. I mean, I can cover. We've already been an hour, and this screener is giving issues. I had one more idea, maybe to go through all the Pokemon coins. But anyway, I think we can finish it here. We covered pretty interesting stuff. Okay. Anyway, let's close it up here. Thanks for watching. Do click the like button and subscribe if you're not. It just pumps your bags, right? The more this content goes into the interwebs, the better. Yeah, please don't get wrecked. Play from position of strength. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers for now.